beyond. So let's get into some big news here about UFOs and NASA. The space agency announcing the crew members for the Artemis 3 mission next year, and crew members set to conduct a series of challenging tests in outer space ahead of the Artemis 4 mission in 2028, which will be the first planned crewed mission to the lunar South Pole.
Very cool. Meantime, the Trump administration yesterday releasing its latest batch of UFO files. Among the highlights, mystery orbs flying across the sky of our planet.
Okay, we got to get into this with our panel of experts. They're ready to weigh in. Let's welcome Harvard University professor and director of the Galileo Project at Harvard, Ari Loeb. Good to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Alongside him, former NASA astronaut and International Space Station Commander Leroy Chiao. Great to see you.
Great to see you.
All right. So, Ari, I want to start with you. Avi, let me start with you on this. The Department of War releasing a third batch of UFO files detailing mysterious orb sightings. Now, this has lawmakers calling for greater transparency and protections for whistleblowers who claim billions of dollars have been spent on secret programs. So my question to you is, first, it's two parts. One, what do you think of this file release? And two, why are these pictures always so weird and grainy and far away? You'd think with our technology, we'd have something really up close to removed out.
Zoom in.
Yeah,
Avi,
I should say that this release actually was much more informative in the sense that there was a letter from the director of the All Domain Anomaly Resolution Office that just from a week ago that indicates an event in 2023 where law enforcement officials noticed orbs that behave in very unusual ways. They cannot explain 40% of the phenomena that were reported by these agents. And we're talking about an orb that splits into smaller orbs and other phenomena that are quite unusual. There is no doubt in my mind that these are real objects. The question is whether they represent technologies that adversarial nations are employing for espionage on strategic assets that we have. And that makes it a very serious matter. And in fact, today I wrote an essay reporting that I was tasked to create a UAP science advisory council to the White House, to the intelligence agencies, to the Pentagon. And I hope that together with my team of scientists, young scientists, we'll be able to resolve some of these mysteries because at the very least, it's a matter of national security.
Yeah, all of these instances, too, we have to look into because we know our adversaries are also trying to make their way. I mean, even with China across our nation with the balloon there. But Leroy, just getting back to NASA, they're taking another giant step. The Artemis 3 crew was revealed this week before the 2-week flight set to launch next year. Now, NASA says the primary goal is to reduce risk ahead of an actual moon landing. I mean, you're a former astronaut, so how crucial is this mission for both the immediate and then also the long term?
I was very glad to see NASA Administrator Jared Isaacman add this mission to the Artemis profile because it's important to do flight tests on the actual vehicles before you send crews on an operational mission. And so this mission will occur in low Earth orbit. It's going to test 1 or 2 landers, depending on whether one or both are ready for testing. They'll put them through their paces in low Earth orbit, docking to them, I'm sure, a few times, running through their systems, thermal control systems, life controls, life support systems, communication systems, all of the above, before sending these. NASA sends these landers autonomously with no crew on board to demonstrate that they can actually land on the lunar surface. And then if all that goes well, that sets the stage for Artemis 4 for the first return of Americans to the moon in as early as 2028. So very exciting stuff.
Avi, let me ask you, back to the extraterrestrial potential life out there. Some are saying, hey, it could unite humanity. Others are warning this could be seriously disruptive to society and create security risks. Where do you stand on the debate? And that means, which is more plausible, that this is ET and aliens, or this is some technology that maybe even our government is involved with?
Well, as of now, I haven't seen clear evidence for anything that is not human-made. But I don't exclude that. And, that could be the icing on the cake of looking through millions of objects and finding one that seems to be beyond human-made technologies. That would make it very exciting. And in terms of the impact on humanity, I do believe that we should be aware if we have a neighbor. Just ignoring that possibility is not a good attitude because there are billions of Earth-Sun analogs in the Milky Way galaxy. And we came relatively late to the party in the last 1/3 of cosmic history. And it would take less than 1 billion years for Voyager to cross the entire Milky Way galaxy. So there was plenty of time for someone to reach us. And we just need to look out to figure it out.
It's going to happen eventually, whether we like it or not. Avi Loeb and Leroy Chow, always a pleasure to have you both. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Well, that was exciting.
That was
extraterrestrial.
I have